So in this video, we're going to take a look at what you can expect if you're hoping to holiday in Mallorca in November. Now you can see I'm over here at the far side of Palmanova beach, and I'm filming this right at the very end of October. So what can you expect if you're hoping to visit Mallorca in November? Well, the first thing we are going to talk about is the weather, because well, just one day before the start of November, you can see what I'm wearing. I'm wearing shorts and t-shirts. So if you're coming from Northern Europe, if you're hoping to get a little bit of a winter sunshine, then I suspect that this month of November is going to be a great time to visit.
And according to AccuWeather, the average daytime temperature for November 2025 will be around 21 degrees Celsius, with an average evening low of around 15 degrees Celsius. The month is also looking rather sunny, with just a few days of rain.
But also expect the weather not to be completely fantastic either. We are going to be getting showers, we will be getting wind. In fact, it's a little bit on the breezy side today, and the weather that we can expect during the month of November is going to be mixed. But cooler temperatures mean giving out of season visitors the best opportunity to explore the island. So we're going to be expecting some people coming over here for cycling holidays, hiking holidays, and also to go and explore the old towns too. And well, this is a perfect time of year to do that. So why visit in November? Well, you're going to get the opportunity to avoid the crowds, you're going to avoid the really high temperatures that we get in the summer, but at the same time as well, you can expect to enjoy some beach time too. So let's keep walking along the beachfront here, talking about the beaches over here in Mallorca, and I'm going to let you know a little bit more about what you can expect if you're coming over here for a winter break. So while most of the restaurants and the hotels and the big hotels that will have closed down for the month of November, we're going to be seeing some restaurants staying open throughout the winter or even throughout the month of November to give any end of season holiday makers a chance to come over here and have a break. Because well, historically we've seen the weather over here being very nice for the month of November. So while holiday companies and airlines redirect their efforts to the Canary Islands and maybe other areas of Spain such as Benidorm, over here in Mallorca you are going to still be able to get a little bit of a nicer experience than you would do back home. So what does the island have to offer? Well, in terms of daylight hours, we are looking at sunrise from 7:30 in the morning and the sun setting from 5:30 p.m. in the afternoon. The upside to this is that you are going to get about an hour and a half more daylight than you would do in Northern Europe, if not more actually if you're coming from Scandinavia, and that really does make a difference as we roll on into winter. Plus as well, this time of year, I have mentioned it before, but the sunsets that we get over here in Mallorca in November are absolutely fantastic. They really are worth coming down to watch, and you may well see some photos coming out on the channel as well and on my Instagram too. So subscribe to the channel and don't forget to follow me on Instagram too to catch those beautiful sunset reels as we head on through the month of November. So you are also going to be wondering where to stay if you're coming over here on holiday during the month of November. I recommend staying in Palma City. You've got great access to the rest of the island, as well as even heading to the beach as well in Campastia or maybe over in the Ilietes area. So you've got the great combination of city and beach. Head over to Soller too, it is a living and working town. Same goes as well with Alcudia Port, that's normally very busy and bustling. You're going to find Alcudia Beach Resort in the area of Alcudia Strip to be very quiet. It's going to be extremely quiet. I'm sure I'll take a look at that coming up soon on the channel as well. Also as well, Pollença Old Town. In fact, all of the old towns as well are going to be the places to be over the winter months. You're going to find the resorts to be very quiet, except maybe you're going to find some bigger hotels open over in Cala Milor. I will be heading over that way probably at the beginning of 2026 to go and check that out. But if you are looking for a traditional hotel that provides a half board, then that may well be the resort to go in. Also, as well, if you're looking to maybe book an Airbnb, make sure it's legal. If you're getting a private apartment rental, make sure it's legal and it does have a license. And also, top tip as well, make sure it's got heating, because it can also get quite cool in the evenings over here, but that's probably more for December or January. So what else can we expect for November over here in Mallorca? Well, I am expecting the island to be a little bit busier than it normally is in November. I have heard of businesses all around the island, even in the old town of Dea, planning to stay open into November as well, and not just relying upon the big hotels to stay open to keep their businesses open, because a lot of the old towns and villages around the island are now going to have plenty of cycling customers, hiking customers, and those that just want to visit Mallorca out of season without all the crowds and the heat too. So I'm expecting to see a few more things open than we normally would do at this time of year. The other upside as well of visiting in November is that the sea, the beautiful sea which you can see behind me, is still going to be warm. It's still warm from the summer. We've had a hot summer again this year. Anyway, let's pick the camera up again. We're going to head on a little bit further down the beach. I'll give you another view. You can see I've just like slided on into the shade here, and I'll give you more of an update of what you can expect if you're visiting Mallorca in November. Okay, so as well as the resorts that are closing down, what else can we expect in November? Well, we're going to see the start of building works taking place around the resorts. Bear that in mind if you're coming over, and the main ones are going to be over on the second half of Magaluf Beach. It's going to be the side nearest Palmanova. It's phase 2 of the regeneration of that entire area as well. But that's not all, because over in Santa Ponsa on Jaime Primero, the main entranceway coming into Santa Ponsa Resort, well, we're going to see big roadworks taking place there as well. Also, what else have we got? We have got hotel refits as well, and quite possibly, and I don't know yet, if we're going to be having any new builds of hotels taking place around the island. Stay tuned to the channel. We'll see what's going on over the winter as I get out and about around the resorts. But we are going to see some hotels maybe changing hands, maybe getting major refurbishments too, and hopefully we'll see that as we go on through the winter months too. And if you watch my video from over in Cala Rajada, you'll know too that they're redeveloping the port as well. They're making that look much more swish, and that's undergoing a big refurbishment as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what that looks like in 2026. So if you can get the flights and you can come over to Mallorca in November, let me know in the comments if you're going to come over here to visit. But what can we expect over at the airport? Well, I have had a press release from the airport to say that Terminal D will be closing for refurbishments. As we all know as well, Terminal A normally closes for winter too. I am going to have a video coming out from the airport as well very, very soon, because we are going to have news from the airport. I'm actually going to that press meetup as well in a few days. Subscribe to the channel if you want to find out what's happening with that as well. However, as I said, Terminal A for flights to and from the UK should be closing. Terminal C will be handling most of the flights this winter, and that's also going to mean if you are coming in from the United Kingdom, 10% of passengers on the run-up to January will be registered on the new entry and exit system. We should soon see those machines being sparked up. Let me know as well in comments how that goes too. But what else can we expect? Well, I do know there are going to be some changes over at the airport with regards to taxis and buses as well. Stay tuned to the channel. But the good news is that we are going to have some kind of bus service from the airport running down, well, to the southwest of the island. We've got the A11 bus running as far as Peguera. That service is going to be approximately every 80 minutes or so. We are also going to see other buses going to other areas of the island from the airport, but those are mainly to accommodate workers rather than holiday makers, because of course, well, the resorts are going to be closed and they will be going into old towns and villages. So, well, this could cater for a whole different stay for anyone wanting to explore Mallorca out of season and wanting to experience what the old towns are like. You are going to be able to get to them from Palma Airport directly. For anyone else as well hoping to get out to the resorts, if you've got a holiday home over here, don't forget you can get the blue EMT A1 bus to Palma City Centre. go to the intermodal station and then pick up your TIB bus connection to the resorts, or you can also get the EMT-A2 bus, which runs out in the direction of Campastir and also Arenal too. So it's easy to get around, and of course we're going to have plenty of taxis over at the airport too. And the added advantage too, and I have to say as well, car hire at this time of year for November is going to be a lot cheaper, of course, than you're going to find it in the summer. So finally, what events do we have taking place in Mallorca during the month of November? Well, as well as all the old town markets still taking place, these are traditional markets, they're not tourist markets. The tourist markets will come to an end now at the end of October, but moving on into November, we're still going to see the Old Town markets. So there'll be a market in Santanyí, in Alcudia Old Town, in Felanich, in Poyensa Old Town. You're still going to find much smaller markets taking place because, of course, they're going to cater more for residents. But the two big events that you need to be looking out for if you're hoping to come over here on holiday is going to be on the 13th of November, the Diju Bao, I think I pronounced that wrongly, or the Diju Bu, which is a huge country fair which takes place, and I have been for the past 2 years, and I normally go with admin Anne. Do you know what, I think I'm going to have to go this year as well. If you want to see what that's going to be like, I'll try and make a very quick video from over there. Plus, and I hate to say it, we're going to have the big Christmas light switch on taking place on the 22nd of November. Christmas is coming soon. You may have noticed as well in one of my previous videos from over here in Palmanova, they are putting up the lights, and those lights are going to be switched on, and they will be left lit up until the 7th of January. Okay everyone, so that's Mallorca in November. Let me know in comments if you're going to be visiting. Let me know as well if you would like to visit but you can't get a flight. In the meantime, I'm going to drop a couple of videos that you may find helpful appearing both here and here on YouTube. Don't forget to follow me over the winter too, and check out my live streams coming at you from somewhere sunny on the Sunday afternoon. Thanks very much for watching everyone. Don't forget you can find me on Facebook and on Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Goodbye for now.